Hello, Back Creek Christian Academy family. It seems like only yesterday, and yet forever ago, that I sat on my couch here in my house and heard Governor Cooper announce the closing of North Carolina schools. During that time, I have been reminded of the things that truly matter. My relationship with my Savior, my connection to my family, to my friendships. On one hand, I find myself grieving the loss of so many things: vacations with my girls, shared holiday meals with my family, laughing and learning with teachers and your children. I also am grieving the end of year festivities like the Bobcat Blast, the prom, and graduation. But I also realize that a great deal has been gained as well, things previously lost that might never have been found in the absence of this pandemic. Like all of you, I feel a renewed respect and admiration for healthcare workers, our faithful friends at the grocery store, our mail carriers. But I'm also incredibly thankful for all of you. Teachers, students, and parents have tapped into a sense of tenacity and creativity that allowed school to continue in spite of the crisis, growing in ways that will continue to shape us as the new school year rolls around. Thank you for your tireless commitment to your students, for learning new technologies, and for adapting to students' needs when required. Thank you, parents, for sitting alongside of your children and making sure they do the work, keeping them accountable. And thank you, children and teachers, for doing the work even when you'd rather be outside playing and showing up to connect with your fellow students and your teachers. This past weekend, the announcement to continue school closings through the end of the year was given by Governor Cooper. In light of that, and as we look forward to the closing out the school year in the most effective and safest manner for our students and families, and yet still offering the robust instructional program to our students that we have been able to offer thus far, we have decided to finish out the school by way of distance learning. With that intention in mind, BCCA is very aware that North Carolina's quarantine status relaxes, your lives will become more complicated, limiting your ability to oversee your children as they complete their schoolwork. We are thankful that though standardized testing was impossible to conduct, its postponement netted us 4 additional instructional days. We also know that many of our students have personal items at school to retrieve, as well as items to return in that very special yearbook. For these reasons, we have made the decision to end the instructional year on Friday, May 22nd, originally the last day for seniors only. The following week, May 26th through the 28th, will be set aside for students to collect any remaining personal items, return any school items to their location, as well as collect their school yearbooks. I realize that this information may prompt additional questions and the need for additional clarifications. Please know that a more detailed list of events and instructions on how the May 26th and 27th pickup days will be structured in a manner to protect students and teachers will be sent as the time draws closer. In closing, let me remind you of all the wonderful things that have happened in spite of what's gone on. Our sense of wonder, appreciation for our ability to be tenacious and resilient as a people, but also our ability to continue to learn and to grow in that learning in ways that are beyond the walls of the classroom. I am so proud and thankful for our Back Creek Christian Academy family. By joining with schools and people all over the world, we have and continue to do our part in keeping our healthcare workers, our essential workers, and our communities safe. It was not just our patriotic duty to do so. It was our spiritual mandate. While the people of God may differ in how we embrace what Paul called the doubtful disputations, we must be united on what it means to honor the image of God in every person. Loving our fellow man often looks like setting our own personal needs and wants and personal agendas aside. Please continue to keep Back Creek Christian Academy in your prayers. We are actively planning for the next school year while we are completing this challenging year. Share your distance learning success with your neighbors. Reach out with a word of encouragement or an offer to help to your fellow families. When we say that we will get through this together, what we really mean is that God is enough. God is faithful, and He has plans that cannot be shaken, not even by a pandemic. So it's in that confidence and in that faith we leave this time. His blessings on you today and throughout the rest of this year. Thank you